Hey guys, welcome to the Newsfeed NRV podcast. I'm Zoe.
I'm Milana.
And I'm Landon.
And today we're going to be talking about the T app. Milana, do you want to explain what the T app is a little bit?
So the T app is an anonymous app for women. It was originally created by a man trying to help his mom with her dating life and keep her safe. So its intentions are to prevent women from going on, dates that might put them in danger. There's also a sex offender registered list on a map. Like you can look at that and see everything you need to see, but you can anonymously post men with a photo, their first name, and a guesstimate of their age. And then other women that are also anonymous on the app can vote for a green or red flag and comment. Like they can tell stories, they can interact with each other, but it's fully anonymous and you can't screenshot, you can't share, or theoretically you can't, unless you take a photo of it on another device.
It's obviously become very controversial, and I feel like it's something that blew up really fast here at Virginia Tech.
Definitely.
How did you guys hear about it?
So it was the beginning of this semester, and I think I was downtown or something. Actually, my car, I think the battery died, and my friend was helping me. And we were talking about one of his friends, and he said, "Have you heard about what they say about him on the T app?" And I said, "Will, what is the T app? Like, I've never heard of this." And he explained the concept to me, and I thought it was really strange. But and then I started hearing about it everywhere after that. Like, it was all just word of mouth. And there were a lot of apps I noticed, like, on the App Store that had similar covers. There were a lot of apps that were mimicking, I guess, the original.
Like trying to mimic what the T app was.
Yes, but the app was already kind of a B-tier app.
So this is like men or women can just say pretty much whatever they want about men. Like there's no limits or like.
I mean, pretty much people can just comment whatever because it's in theory anonymous, but I know people who have had the app and then somehow people have found out that it was them.
Okay.
Like, because it can be kind of obvious if, say, you went through a bad breakup or whatever, and then suddenly your ex-boyfriend is all over the T app with tons of comments.
And you're getting very specific.
It becomes very easy for people to figure out who's saying what. So it's anonymous, but
your username becomes pretty identifiable, and most people come up with something strange and creative since it's anonymous. So, people can pretty easily reverse engineer, especially if you tell a story that person knows who they did that to. Like if you did something mean to a specific girl, or you only go out with like 1 to 3 girls, it's pretty easy to discover who's saying what and then finding what they're saying on other people's posts.
And I feel like we have a very connected student population here at Tech. Like, I feel like somehow everyone knows everyone. Everyone I talk to, they know someone that I know, or like we're indirectly like related to each other somehow through different friend groups. So I think it's played an interesting role here because it seems like everyone knows everyone on this app. I don't know if that's like, if you guys would necessarily agree with that, but
No, it's large enough but also small enough, especially when you fixate on certain communities like, age group. I think that the app was primarily upperclassmen rather than lowerclassmen because my roommate's little brother, like, I think he looked and he couldn't find anyone he knew or him on it. But, everyone... I think juniors and seniors got posted on it.
I think it's important to talk about how the men are getting on this app because supposedly it's just for women. And at first, when the app first was introduced, you had to upload your driver's license, like a photo of your actual driver's license to this like brand new app on the App Store that's not like verified. Like
and you can tell it's kind of, a DIY app, I would say.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you... Landon, if you were instructed to put your driver's license into an app like that, but you were really eager to see, would you do it?
So I know for apps that I use, like certain sports books, I have to, but that's because certain, you have to be a certain age or whatever.
To like sports bet and things like that.
Yeah. So, but those are also very secure that I know.
Yeah.
And
I feel like those are like legit apps, whereas this, I would not personally put my ID into it.
Yeah.
But then they took away the like putting in your driver's license.
Due to the security breaches. They had a lot of people's information get leaked.
I did read something that said like over 70,000 like either photos or driver's license got leaked from the T app.
And I
in
think
July.
it was if you had the app for a certain amount of
Yeah.
time or downloaded it at a certain time.
That's-
Yeah.
It's been around longer than I thought, but I think it didn't gain popularity.
Yeah, it was.
until
I
recently.
saw also it'd been around since 2023, but didn't really gain popularity till this year throughout like college campuses and
Yes,
stuff. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it blew up like online because I didn't see much about it in the mainstream media. It was all posted on other social medias like TikTok or people reading out their TikTok tea accusations.
Yeah, I had never even heard of it until like my friends had it because why would I ever hear? About
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
because
Did they
You're a man.
infiltrate it?
I have no idea. I'm not asking.
well, that's like a big thing. It's a lot of. It was originally designed for what the intentions behind the app, in theory, were good.
If what they're claiming is the intention was the intention, kind of my theory is that they knew it was going to get abused. And do you guys remember the apps like TBH in middle
Oh
school?
my
Or
gosh.
those apps where you could post anonymously? All of them, they've gotten taken down. So they had their short-lived, Hall of Fame. It's also, how many times can you post the same person on the T app in the same community?
Yeah.
Eventually, it's just going to get boring. So I think it was meant to have the lifespan of a mayfly. Like, it was meant to gain popularity when it gained popularity and dissipate or crash, in my opinion.
Yeah. No,
So
I
have an
agree.
Exponential.
I feel like once they took away the driver's licenses,
Yeah.
not saying that was a good thing to have people doing, and started like you could just take a selfie to verify your identity,
Yeah.
it became very easy for
So, like,
men
I could
to get
just
onto
take
it.
a picture of my sister. And,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can put on a wig and makeup, and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty unreal. I spoke to Professor James Hawdon in the Department of Sociology, and he talked about why the T-app is such a phenomenon in college cultures, where there's a lot of people smashed into a small area, where there's lots of drama. Everybody's dating a lot more people than might be in the real world, where people are married with kids already, or
Yeah.
in the suburbs. So.
Yeah.
I really think prior to the rise of these types of apps, you still expressed those ideas, right? It's just you expressed it to a very small group of friends, right? Like everybody came home from, when you come back from a date, right? All your roommates are gonna, I'm gonna go, right? And of course you're gonna tell them and divulge information largely based off of a first impression, and right. So I think that has always happened. I think the difference is that it is now so much more public, right? There's a sociological concept that we talk about front stage and backstage behavior, right? And front stage behavior is the way you present yourself to the public, right? And backstage behavior is what you keep private, right? And to the small group of people that you really let into the inner workings of your life, what you're going truly, when somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" You don't really answer, right? You say, "Oh, fine," regardless, right? There's a small group of people when they say that they actually mean they want you to tell them the truth, right? And there's a small group that you actually tell the truth to. So there's that front stage, backstage behavior. And I think what social media has done is really blurred that line. A lot of what we used to keep to a very select group of friends, or even just to ourselves, right? We are now increasingly making it public. And even though that app was anonymous, and it was allegedly anonymous for both parties, right? That you're posting anonymously about some guy and all you're using is his first name, right? So it's allegedly anonymous on both sides, but really, how anonymous is it?
So the T-app was officially taken down at the end of October, but if you have it, you can still access it. Apple just banished it from the App Store, for good reason.
So is there like anything, they just took it down, or was there like a reasoning for it, or like why?
Well, they actually released a statement, and I have a friend who has the app, and so I took a picture of what they said, because you
can't
still can't,
screenshot
yeah, you
it,
still
yeah,
can't screenshot on the app. So this is what they said. As many of you know, T has been removed from the App Store, and we're being required to remove the features that let you share experiences about individual men. We fought hard to keep these features available, but this decision is out of our control. Then they go into their commitment about how the T app is like supposed to help women date and be more safe, and that hasn't changed. And they said that the app is changing, but they're launching a web app version of the current T app that will feel the exact same as the app is now. And then they go on to basically like allude to the fact that like the app on the App Store is going to change.
So strange. It reminds me a lot of Hot or Not, like what Mark
Oh,
Zuckerberg
yeah.
developed before
Yep.
Facebook.
Yep. And
Also
I think,
security breach.
yeah, I feel like apps like these tend to appear, like come and go, as you were saying, and
Yes.
appear in new forms.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to like kind of wrap it up, do you guys think that tea is like harmful, or do you think it's actually has potential to be a positive thing for women to know about potential dangerous men, as the app was intended to be used when it first came out?
Yeah, I think that the intent is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think a problem with it, like a lot of things, is the user. The user kind of creates issues that aren't there, and it kind of, I don't know, it just messes it up for everyone else.
I feel like we can have a whole podcast about how people act on social
Yeah,
media when they
exactly.
think it's
Yes,
anonymous,
exactly.
but
Yeah, exactly. Everything's a bit more vulgar and
Mm-hmm.
shocking.
yeah.
But, I mean, I think that it's negative. The app itself is negative in the way that it is mostly slander.
Yeah.
But I think the only positive I think it had for girls is just kind of an outlet almost, or a way to connect
Yeah.
with people without asking other girls what they think of, you know, the same guy that they're talking to. But, you know, the things that are being said in terms of for men are definitely not good. So,
Yeah. I kind of like, I agree with both of you on like what you guys said. I feel like, I don't know, I think it's pretty harmful, honestly, just because there's no way to verify what these people are saying. Like, you could just have a bad interaction with one person and see him on the T app, and like maybe he was having a bad day, and he wasn't overly polite to you, and then you write like the nastiest thing about him possible. So it's hard to, I think the idea behind it
Yeah.
was wholesome and good, because he wanted, the guy who created it was trying to protect his mom.
he's had his own allegations now. But I won't
Oh.
divulge into
Well, then I take that statement back.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's probably a good thing it got taken off the App Store.
Yes, I think it was its natural fate.
I agree.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining today. I'm Zoe,
I'm Landon.
I'm Milana.
and we'll see you next time.